everyone. I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe. And today I really wanted to talk to those who find themselves in the caregiving role. That could be taking care of elderly parents, or it could be taking care of an infirm spouse. But those who find that they're caring for another person during this very difficult time. Now, depending on what your caregiver arrangement is, there are different problems that may be involved. If your loved one is in a facility of some sort, most facilities at this point do not allow visitors. And that could be very difficult because you may be experiencing guilt from being unable to see your loved one. You may be concerned by the fact that they may not be getting the care that you would like them to get if you're not there to supervise, or that they may not understand why you're not coming to visit if there's some dementia or memory problems that are involved. So, what do you do with that? Well, one thing you can do is if they do have the presence of mind to kind of understand the situation, you can explain the current rules and say that they will find different ways to interact with them. For example, some facilities may allow you to leave a device where you can set up calls and do video chats, or there may be options for somebody on the floor to call you so that you can see them. But the important thing is that feeling guilty and beating yourself up for things that you clearly cannot change isn't helping you. It's draining the emotional energy that you could be otherwise using for things that are productive, either in their care or for your own life. Right? The other thing is, in terms of the care they're getting, there's really little control at this point that you have. Know that the facility you picked out for a reason, and trust the staff to do what they do. They're providing the best care that they have under the circumstances. Everybody's operating in a new normal, and everybody's doing the best that they can. Trust that the place you picked out will do the best to care for your loved one, right? And again, because you can't do anything else other than sit and wait, then leave it alone. Trust that things will turn out in the end, and you can check in by phone, or you can talk to the staff, or you can ask for some sort of ongoing check-in meeting. But you could only do what you can do. The rest you need to leave alone and accept. And again, don't spend all of your energy focusing on the things that you cannot do. If you're taking care of your loved one at home, that can introduce different problems. For example, in the past, you might have been able to go to work or have an aide come in or do something else, and those resources might have gotten cut off in this process. So what you need to do is rethink how you approach the situation. There still may be resources out there. They just may be different. For example, you may not be able to have somebody care for your loved one, but you may be able to have somebody else do the shopping for you, for example, and leave it outside your door. Or you might be able to have some resources offered to them via Zoom or via another virtual device so that they can participate in either their physical therapy or their speech therapy, so that there's other professionals involved in the process. You can also make sure that you're providing yourself with self-care time. And what that means is you do not have to have 24/7 eyes on the person, assuming that's safe. You can go in the other room and read. If they're watching TV, you don't have to sit next to them and watch the same thing. You can go off and watch your own thing. Make sure that you're creating the space that you need to take care of yourself, right? Because you are no good to anybody if you are not well. Finally, and possibly the most important thing, is the lost time. So a lot of people have been saying that they're feeling like because this quarantine is taking time away and we can't leave the house, that it's taking time away from the people we would love to be able to see, especially if they're aging and you don't know how much time you have with them. However, again, we might need to redefine what spending time together is. So you may not be able to sit next to them and hold their hand, or you may not be able to talk to them live, but you can still interact in different ways. And for those who have dementia or memory problems, sometimes it may be just leaving a recording of your voice so that the staff can play it and the person can get comfort from them. Because remember, they're often responding to the emotion in your voice and the tone of your voice and not necessarily to what you're saying. So it may be enough for them to have a recording, and that to them will feel like you're really there. And for you, it might have to be accepting that a virtual image of them may be what you can do. This may be the time to do things like build family scrapbooks or assemble other memories that you have so that you can use those in the meantime as a way of bridging the gap between what you can do in real life and what you actually have. I hope that this is helpful to some of you who are finding yourselves in this very difficult role at the moment. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know. I'd gladly answer them. Hope everybody stays healthy and safe.